I'm leaving. After taking a shower and getting dressed, the girl who did not even put on makeup walked in front of the gorgeous older woman. The gorgeous older woman had an indifferent expression on her face as she sat on the bed. The bedroom was covered in silence for a long while, without a conversation. Even though they usually had a lot to talk about, suddenly both of them were lost in their own thoughts. Until one of them had to say goodbye. A hoarse voice broke the gloomy atmosphere. "All right," Pure answered without looking up at the other person. She could not face the sadness clearly visible in Loft's eyes, and many things made her think that this farewell might be their last. "Thank you for everything." Even though the other person did not look at her, Loft still smiled and placed her hand on the person seated on the head and lightly patted it. After today, these soft touches would probably not happen again. Pure's kindness that she had received, the gentleness that the beautiful woman showed to her, must have finally reached an end. "Will we meet again? I will never bring myself to meet the you who's Heir's girlfriend." She didn't want to see the image of the two of them beside each other, and she felt too guilty to face the gorgeous older woman who was always kind to her. "I'm leaving. It was a pleasure to know you, gorgeous." The fun, exciting, and thrilling party came to an end. The young woman with a bright smile walked away, leaving only the confused and indecisive person sitting in the same position alone. Pure lifted her legs that had been hanging down beside the bed into a hug, resting her beautiful face on her knees. Not long after, tears streamed down her face. She sobbed without a care that someone would hear it, because right now there was no one beside her. On the day when she was shaken, Loft came to make her smile. On the day she was floating aimlessly, the tall girl came in to be a shelter for her to hold on to. Pure felt comfortable when she saw the bright smile, her heart that used to be heavy, light like a feather when that person was beside her. In a short period of time, their relationship developed further than expected. When they started this chaos together, she never imagined herself letting her heart waver. What she kept saying every day was that she could not love anyone else. Her heart was completely given to Heir. Even when she was hurt to the brink of death, she still waited loyally. But then one day her heart was shaken, when the person who had always been her #1 priority had finally become free. She still could not be as happy as she should be. "I love you, Pure. I really do love you." Hearing that, she did not dare to even admit that she loved the younger girl too. But she also did not dare to deny that she had never loved her. At this moment, Pure had no confidence left in herself in any way. She had never been this confused since she was born, and that feeling made her suffer so much. "Didn't you say you were going to take a shower? Why are you still in your pajamas?" As soon as she saw the owner of the room open the door to welcome her, Heir asked with a suspicious look, and even though she had something troubling her, she chose to keep it to herself and did not try to press for an answer. The woman's eyes were swollen and red as if she had just cried, but Heir did not ask for the reason. "I was discussing work. Give me 10 minutes. You don't have to rush. Would you like to eat first? I bought you lunch." "You haven't eaten yet." "Not yet." That answer was from the person in front of her, but Pure's mind was wandering to Loft, who she recalled hadn't had lunch yet. "Just stopping by for a meal." "I'm not here to get your reply. I just want to see you." As she heard the question, Heir knew what the younger woman was trying to convey. The things they had talked about the last time they met must have been stuck in Pure's mind, making her question. Heir understood that this was an expected reaction of someone who still hadn't found an answer for her yet. "I didn't say anything." The narrow shoulders swayed slightly. The beautiful woman pouted adorably before she walked away to take a shower and let the guest, who was very familiar with the place, prepare lunch as she always did. "Pure." Pure turned back, her slim eyebrows raised and her eyes staring, waiting to hear the question with anticipation. Do you miss me? Pure paused for a moment. I miss you. I miss you too. A certain someone's clear voice popped into her mind, along with an immediate response from her. Pure had once said that she missed Loft without having to pause for a thought, but now she was still because, upon reflection, Heirs had disappeared from her mind for a short period of time, as if she had not been a person with much influence on her before. I've been missing you all along. Until they came along. It was a truth that Heir knew and felt pain throughout her heart. She saw Pure's changing attitude become clearer every day, and she believed that this good-looking woman would continue to reveal the changes without end. Why do you have to see through everything? Hiding her feelings was not something Pure could do if the person observing her was Heir. Knowing that was the case, she did not plan to avoid it, but chose to complain and give in instead. You're really bad at hiding your feelings. And what will you do, Heir? Are you choosing them? You just have to make a decision and that's it, Pure. Just choose and all this chaos will end. If it were that easy, you think I'd be like this? You make me want to cry with every word you're saying. Just go take a shower. Already, Heir grabbed Pure's shoulders and turned her around, pushing her so she would finally go take a shower. The girl, who was about the same height, grumbled a little but obediently followed. She walked into the bedroom obediently. Heir watched her until she was out of sight before secretly sighing softly. Pure's actions had been clear for a while now. It was clear that Heir no longer holds the first place in the girl's mind, because if she were still number one, the decision wouldn't be difficult, and the apology would never reach her ears from now on. All that was left was what she, as the ex-lover, planned to do with this situation. Would she give up and move away from them as far as possible, or would she try to hold onto the other person one more time? The relationship between her and Pure happened so abruptly. When the time came, the ending couldn't be much different from how it started. On the first night they met, she was so captivated by the other person's beauty and charm that her heart wavered. She saw the secret that the beautiful woman tried to hide, but could not pull herself away. The flirtatious words made her willingly fall into the trap. For Loft, she started with a liking for the woman, but as time passed, her fleeting emotion turned into love that she could no longer find a way out of. The youngsters loved excitement. Pure always said that. They lived their lives carelessly. The gorgeous older woman complained to her many times, but Loft couldn't deny the accusation. She was elated with excitement. She liked the fun and through as they exchanged words and sensations. And how about it? Couldn't fleeting lust grow into love? Falling in love with Pure wasn't hard to do at all. By now, that pretty and sexy woman must be spending time with someone else. Happily, the two were perfect for each other in every way, and most importantly, Loft's sister-in-law was the person Pure loved with all her heart. For just this one reason was enough to crush her, who had just come by for fleeting excitement. Loft didn't even need to seek a way to fight back. The fun time was over. The excitement has ended. Loneliness has come to an end, and Loft and Pure must go their separate ways. That was the right thing to do, but the person who had already fallen in love could not just smile at it so easily. She even cried over and over again, thinking back on her and that woman. What's wrong, Loft? Mother said that her daughter has been sitting in a daze all day, her older brother asked in his deep baritone voice. He dropped himself into the seat opposite her. The area by the large swimming pool was another place where she and Lamp would come to sit and talk, because whenever there was something troubling her, Loft often took herself away from the people in the house and found a quiet space. The young man in front of her has the same habit. I have a few things in mind, don't worry. And why haven't you gone home yet? The man being here at this time surprised Loft quite a bit. Normally, after finishing dinner with the family, her older brother would excuse himself to go home. The Elders often teased that he missed his wife and was in a hurry to go back to her. But today, he was still here and did not seem to be in a hurry at all. Not going back today. You're sleeping here. Yeah, Heir won't come home. I'd rather not go back. If his wife didn't stay over elsewhere, the man who was taking in the delight would definitely not let this opportunity slip away. But because the petite woman had informed him that she would not be returning home that night, Lamp continued to pace around the large house until late. Oh, the new information made the listener feel bitter. The two of them must have had so many things to talk about, or maybe they had things to do together that the whole day was still not enough with the thought of it. Her eyes started to burn. Again, she didn't want to cry in front of her older brother, but the fact that Pure and Heir were currently together in that private space had such a strong effect that she could barely control herself. I don't know where she went. She didn't say anything, she just said she wouldn't be back. You have no right to know about her whereabouts anyway, Lamp. Don't stomp where it hurts, all right? Lamp replied with a laugh as if he didn't feel any pain from anything related to Heir anymore. But the truth was not like that. How did you get over it, Lamp? You've loved Heir for so long. She doesn't love me, that's all. It was true that if she didn't love him, he had no option but to get over it. But the difficulty lay in the methods and time it took to get over it. Why didn't you just let it go from the beginning? I told you, men who have a good career, lots of money, and have been admired all their lives like to think that they can change the minds of all the women in the world. The false confidence was revealed frankly, and the young man waited for his sister's scoldings willingly. Loft would never agree with those thoughts. It's just a matter of how bad the kid sitting right next to him, with such a sullen face, would scold him for it. Really disgusting. My brother's thinking is just sick. I'm sorry, now I know that's not it. So you decided to let her go. Heir has never been happy for a day. Family is not a safe space for her. Seeing my face at home makes her sick. Your sister-in-law only seems to be happier when she meets that person. The last sentence that mentioned the certain someone was soft, but it made Loft's heart twitch violently. Do you know who that person is? I know. The older brother nodded and admitted it. Later, the younger sister nodded as well, before emphasizing the truth for both Lamp and herself to remember. There is only one person who makes Heir happy, and that person was Loft's happiness as well. Yeah, the only person in the world. That's right. Got your heart broken, Loft? While talking about her sister-in-law, her older brother suddenly asked about her. Loft raised her eyebrows and looked at the other person suspiciously. You look like you're heartbroken. Something along that line, but don't tell father and mother. It'll get better soon. She didn't think her expressions would be so obvious that others could guess the cause of them. When she was asked, she admitted it easily but refused to tell the other person any other details. Lamp didn't press her. Are you sure? I've never seen you like this before. It'll definitely get better. It won't take long, I think. She answered, without knowing how long it would take to heal. Loft could only hope that she would get better soon, but before that day came, she should try to get through this night first. Knowing that the person she loved was with someone else was quite heartbreaking. If she thought about when Heir found out about them in the future, her heart would be shattered just as much. Therefore, the excitement between her and Pure shouldn't be revealed anywhere. It should be buried deep and let disappear as if it never happened.